Hello everyone, it's Professor Sadiq Noor, and today I am gonna demonstrate and show you how to complete one of the Excel independent project. So it says it called Excel Working with Formulas and Function Independent Project 2-4. So let's start. As you see that I'm already in the Simnet assignment, and the assignment is Excel working with formulas and function independent project 2-4. So in the beginning is we have to download the required file to complete the assignment, and then we have to upload at the end once you finish the steps, and then we have to submit it for grading. So to do that, we have to click on start first to download the file. As you see that the file is being downloaded, and I will click it to open in Excel. As you see the file it opens in Excel. Now the problem with this is that the file is in a protected view. So whenever you download any of the SimNet assignment starting file, always is in protected view. So you have to enable editing so that you could complete this assignment. So click on enable editing. Perfect. Now we have to go to the instruction, and then we're going to scroll down for the independent project 2-4. So what are the skills that we're going to learn in this project? As you see here, we're going to learn about naming the cells, ranges, using the XLOOKUP function, copy, create, and edit the formula. We have to set the mathematical order of operation. We have to use the absolute cell references in a formula. Then we have to use the SUMIF function. We have to calculate three more functions that we use in Excel about average, mode, and the maiden. And then we have to use the if function, and then we have to use one more function to display the level using concate function in Excel. So after the skills, now we have to go down, and the first thing here is that we have to open the Central Sierra 02 workbook, which we already did, and then we also enable editing. So the second thing is we have to select the table worksheet, and we have to select A1 all the way to B6, and we have to create a name ranges using the create from selection button. So let's start. First, in your workbook, the Central Sierra, you have three worksheets. You have commissions by policy, tables. So we have to click on the tables, and then we have to select A1 all the way to A1 all the way to B6. Then we have to go to formulas, the tab formulas, and then we have to go to the group on the ribbon, define names, create from selection. We already created the selection, so we're gonna create from selection. Create the names from the value in the top. So all these will be called bonus rate, and all these will be called commission level. So I will use the top row, and I will name these values as commission level and bonus rate. Click OK. So we're done with that. Next step, Now, the next step is very, very important, is how to create or how to use the XLOOKUP function to display the bonus or rate, right? So if you have Office the old version 2019 2015, so then you might not have the XLOOKUP. So if it's not available, as it mentioned here, you could use the VLOOKUP. The VLOOKUP will do the same thing as the XLOOKUP, right? Because the XLOOKUP is new in Office 2000 and 2021. So if you look at XLOOKUP, so the XLOOKUP, so XLOOKUP is not available in Excel 2016 and Excel 2019, right? So, but the thing is, you could use the VLOOKUP to accomplish the task. So you use the XLOOKUP function to find things in a table or range by row. For example, look up the price of an automotive part by the part number, or find an employee name based on their employee ID. So we use the XLOOKUP. You can look in one column for search terms and return the result from the same row in another column, regardless of which side the return column is on. So that's the latest function in Excel, the XLOOKUP. So let's get back. So the first thing is we have to click the commission worksheet, which is under the sheet tab, and then we have to select F5. So we were at the table sheet. This is your sheet tab. Now click on commission. So we are in the commission worksheet. Now we have to click F5 because we want to find the bonus for the first employee, right? So to start, we will go to formulas, the tab that says formulas. We will go to the function library. Then we have to go for lookup and references and scroll all the way down until you see the second last is XLOOKUP. Click on it. Now, what is your lookup value? Lookup is the value to search for. Which value you are searching for. So I'm searching for E5. So let's go to the instruction. Start the VLOOKUP function and use E5 as your lookup value. That's what we did. Next, for the lookup array argument, use the commission level range, which was in the table worksheet. So let me show you. Now click first your table lookup array. Lookup array actually is the array or range to search. So in this case, we will click the up arrow and then we will click the tables worksheet. And remember, we named it this whole thing as commission level. So you will highlight A2 all the way. So that's your commission level. Now, the next will be your return value. Return value is the array or range to return, right? So let's see what they want us to return. What will be the return value? So for the return array argument, use the bonus rate range. So obviously we will click here and then we will go back to the tables and we will select the bonus rate in the table worksheet. and select B2 all the way to B6, and it says bonus rate. Click down. Now we are back to the XLOOKUP function arguments dialog box. Now for the match mode argument, type -1, which finds the next smaller match. To find the next smaller match, we have to put -1. So the match mode, you will click on -1 and then click OK. Now let's go back. We did the match one. Now format the result are percentage with 2 decimal places. With 2 decimal places. So select the F5, go back to the home, and then the number group, and then we need percentage, and then we are looking for increase decimal to 2. So click twice, 1 and 2. So 2.50. Now next, we have to copy the formula in cell to the cell F6 all the way to F14. So one way we could try to double click the square box in the bottom. It copies the formula to the rest of the IDs. All right. Next. Now set the order of operation to calculate the commission and bonus total. An alternative formula is equal E5 multiplied by open up parenthesis 1 plus F5, right? Now let's select select the cell G5, which is the total paid is the dollar amount of the commission plus the commission time the bonus rate. All right. So let's go to G5. G5. And then we will set the formula, select E5. So we did that. So we need to add E5 to the product commission times the bonus rate. So obviously the formula is gonna be E5. So you will start with equal E5. Then you will hit plus, open a parenthesis. And then we need E5 again. E5 multiply by F5 multiply by F5 and close the parenthesis. So we have 15,375. So we started the formula, we added, and then the bonus and everything. Now format the result to show 0 decimal place. So we don't want the 2 decimal place. You should go back to the home tab, the number group on the ribbon, and then you will hit decrease decimal twice. 1, 2. Now we need to copy the formula in cell 5 all the way to G6 all the way to G14. So we will need to copy the formula we got in G5 all the way to G14. So to do that, I show you, you will click the square until you see the tiny plus sign and then double click it. So the commission with bonus, we got it. Now the next one is we have to create and copy the sum function to calculate the total earning by the branch office. So we need to select E18. E, column E and row 18. So which is the Cameroon Park. All right, so that's here. So we will go back. Now the next one is select the sum if function with the cell D5 all the way to D14 as your range argument. So we will go to the formula tab. We will go to the math and trigonometry and look for sum if. All right. Now what's the range? The range will be the branch here. So D5 all the way to D14. All right. So let's do it again. D5 all the way to D4. We have to make it absolute as you see the dollar sign here. So to do the dollar sign, you have to press the FN F4. So the D5 is not, so use the right arrow to go to the beginning of the D5 and press FN F4. So everything look perfect. Now the criteria. The criteria argument as is gonna be relative reference. So we don't need it to be absolute. So we will leave it as C18 without having the dollar sign with it. C18. So that's not C18. That's the one, Cameroon Park. Now the sum range. So now we need to determine the sum range argument and make the reference absolute. So we need to copy the formula without formatting the border preserve. Okay, so the sum will be the sum will be the commission. Right, so we want to find the commission and bonus by branch. So commission with bonus, so it should be this one. So let's go back and read. Now determine the sum range argument and make the references absolute. So that will be this here. Make it absolute. So F and F4. Now click OK. So I put it in the wrong place. Undo. It has to be here. Sorry for that. So click equal. Sorry, we are in E18. And we have to go back to the math and trigonometry under the formulas and look for the sum. My pointer moved to the wrong location actually. Sum if. So what's your range? Your range is D5 all the way to D14, and then we have to make it absolute. So Fn, F4. What's the criteria? Your criteria is the Cameroon Park, right? So that's C18. We are not gonna make it absolute. So just we have to leave it as C18 without having the dollar sign. Now, what will be the sum range? So let's go back to the instruction. So we're gonna be calculating the total earning by branch office, right? So in the determine the sum range argument and make the references absolute. So let's go and let's select. We want to find the sum, commission, and bonus. So let's select this G5 all the way to G14. Make it absolute, F and F4. Click OK. Now we need to copy. All right. So without preserving this, click here. Click the small down arrow, the autofill. Fill without formatting. All right. So let's see if this one is perfect. Let's go to the FX. Select this. So let's see that we are looking here, the range. C19 is what the criteria is. And this, perfect. Copy the formula in E18. So E19, so we did that and we format without. So we did that. Now we need to find the total earning in E21. In E21, go back, select E21, and then under the formula tab, you will see the auto sum. Click the down black arrow and click sum and press the enter key. So now total and we did. So now we need to calculate the average mode and median value in E2023 for the commission and bonus in column G. So let's move a little bit down here. So the average, you will go back to the auto sum, click the down black arrow, click average, average from here, from G5 all the way to G14. Push the enter key or press the enter key. Now the mode. So the mode should be under, let's see, under the math mode. Here you go. The mode is here under the math. So click on the mode. So for the mode, Give me a second for the mode. Did they say mode? Okay. So just I want to confirm the mode. It should be under the math mode. So mode. Or you can also start with equal MO. See, we need mode single. So double click mode single. Now it says what's the number that you want to find the mode from, right? So let's go back here. Mode dot single, right? So just I want to show you what that's mode. So the mode dot single function actually returns the most frequently occurring or repetitive value in an array or range of arrays. So we want to see, or we want to get the most frequent repetitive value in the array or the range of values. That's why we use mode dot single function in Excel. So the black argument is asking what's the number? Where is the number? Where is the array? So it is from here. And then close the parenthesis and now press the enter key. So 1270, you see here 12,270, and then we have 12,270. So these are the two times being repeated this value. All right. So it took this one. Now the maiden. Let's go back to this and find maiden under the math. Or it should be under stats. So let's go to the stats. So the mode should be here too. See, the maiden is here. So the mode also should be here. Mode single. All right. So we need maiden now. That's the maiden under the more function, stats, and then maiden. So before I start the maiden, let's see what the maiden is all about in Excel. The maiden is actually to calculate the maiden of set of numbers in macro. You can use the maiden function. So actually, I'm looking for the maiden function. Here we go. So the maiden returns the maiden of the given number. So the maiden is the number in the middle of the set of numbers. So I want to get what's the number in the middle of a range of values. I want to find what's the value in the middle out of the range of values that I have. So in this case, this is our range from here, G5. So from here, I want to get what's the middle number is. All right, so that's the middle. So my range is going to be G5 all over to G. All right. So that's 4669. Let's go to the instruction. Let's choose this. Let's choose this. So correct the border and format the format in casa as needed. So let's go here. So everything look okay. All right. Correct the border and number formatting consists as needed. So it looks like we don't have the number $sign. So this one, if you go to the home, it's a currency. So let's highlight all this and then go to the number group, highlight, go to the number group, go to general and currency, right? Everything look perfect. So we don't want the decimal place. So let's go back to instruction. So create and copy an if function now. If is we use when you want to do a comparison, right? When you have a condition that you want to check. For example, if tomorrow is a heavy snow, then no college. Otherwise, if not, then they're gonna be a college. So something like that. So now we need to go to the policy worksheet and we have to click F7. So let's check a little bit down here. Is everything look perfect that we have? So let's go back. 4033. So everything look perfect. So everything look perfect here too. So let's go back. So now we need to switch to the by policy worksheet and select F7. So if you see here, we had three worksheets, commission by policy, tables. So now by policy, and we have to select F7, personal line. So we're gonna use the if condition. If E7, look what is E7. E7 is the type of policy. If the type of policy equal business policy, then we have to determine if it's no, if it's yes, right? So let's do that. So we will go back to the formula tab, function library, and then logical, grab the if what, E7 equal double quotation business policy. I will copy this. Because it's being a text, so you have to put it in a double quotation. If now, if it's true, then what? And if it's false, then what? So type no as if the true argument, right? You might not need to type to put the double quotation mark for this one because it is alone in the entry box. So, and then yes as if is false. And then yes. So we're done with this. We're done with this. We have to click OK. So yes, now we will go to fill the rest of the cell with the fill pointer, fill handle. So you kind of hold the square box in the bottom all the way down until you see the 10 plus, then hold the left key of your mouse and drag it down. Or you can just double click it. So for the business policies, no, for the others are yes. Right? So that's perfect. Now increase the indent to 2 time for the cell F7 to F27. So we need to increase the indent. Increase the indent 2 times for cell. Okay. So F7. So let's go back to the home, alignment, decrease indent, increase. That's the second one here. Twice you want. 1, 2. Next, we have to go back to the top. Control home. Control and home. So we are back to A1. All right. Now display the names and the location using the concat function. The concat is to join like 2 columns into one, to join the lines. Now we have to go back to select the table sheet and select D2. So click the worksheet tables and we have to select D2. D2, which is the agent name and the location. All right, D2. Now we need to start the concat function. Go to formulas under the text function. Look for concat. That's the concat here. To concat the list or range of text string. So what's the first text you wanna concat? C5, which on the commission sheet. So go to the commission sheet and select C5. C5. Now in text2, argument is a space. In text3, B5, which is on the commission worksheet. So We have to go to the commission, select B5, right? Now, the text for argument is a comma and a space, comma and a space. Now in 5, we have to go back to the commission worksheet and select D5. Column D, D5, the branch. Now copy the formula and need to complete the list. So we did that. Click OK. So we had Bob Lang, Cameroon, the location. So let's go back. Here they say give it space. So click OK. So now we have the space, you will see, in the second argument. So what happened was I didn't give the space, right? So for example, I will take it off. You see, Bob Langley it doesn't have a space. So although they said the text to argument is a space. So go back, pull up the function again by clicking insert function, and then here, space. And then click OK. Now perfect. Now copy the formula in D2 to complete the list. All right. So let's go back and read what they said next. So we're done now. So we have to select the cell D3 and paste the range name. All right. So first copy the formula in D to complete the list. So go here and double click the fill pointer. So it doesn't. So we have to go back. Sometimes it works for some, but for this one doesn't. So we have to fill it down. Go all the way. Your mouse has to be over the small square box until you see a teeny plus sign. Then hold the left key of your mouse and drag it down. All right. Now what next is? Now select D13 and paste the range names. D13. D13. And then Fn and F3 and select paste the list. Okay, let's go back and find is that what they ask us to put there. Yeah, see here. So we're done with that. So D13. Select D13 and paste the range. So go back. So that's wrong. I will delete it. D13. Then press the paste from dialog box we are looking for. So Fn F3. Then paste list. So that's perfect. Next, go control home. Control and the home key to go back to the top. Now group all the sheets and center the page horizontally. So we need to group all the sheets and then we have to center the page horizontally. So go back to the sheet, select the first one, hold the control key, select the second and the third. Now in the top here, in the title bar, it says group. You grouped it down. So now we have to go to the page layout and then we have to go to page setup and then we have to click the gray down arrow and then it's going to open the page setup and then we have to go to margin and then center on the page horizontally. Let's go back and read. Group all the sheets and center the page horizontally. In the center, click OK. Now let's go back. While the sheets are grouped, insert a footer with the file name in the right box. So still the three sheets being grouped. So we have to go back. All the three has been groups as you see here. Now we will go to insert. As you see under the text group, under the insert tab, and then the group name is text. Click on headers and footer, and then we need the right box. While the sheet are grouped, insert the footer with the file name in the right section. So that's the right section, we need the file name. And under the headers and footer elements, click on the file name, all right? And click anywhere, you will see the file name, all right? So to go back, you can click from the status bar, you can click normal to go out of the page layout, all right? So I will click it from here, or you can go to view tab, normal, it's up to you. So both of them, this guy here, under the view, is the same as this guy here. Okay. So it's up to you which way you want to go. So you can click it from here. So we are back to normal view. You see normal. Now ungroup the sheets and save the workbook. So ungroup, as you see, is still been grouped. So you will do a right click and then you have to right click on any of the selected worksheets and then ungroup the sheets. Now, as you see here, I don't have the group anymore. So all they are individual worksheets. All right. So save what you did. Save your workbook. Let's go to the next step. Now we have to upload, and then we have to submit it. I moved up. I'm going to upload my file to see what the grade is right now. So upload my file. I will go to browse to my downloads. The file is here. I will select. I will open. Yes, submit the file. So it says 95, so there is one error. So let's see what that error is. So they said the commission worksheet doesn't have a footer. So let's go back. Let's go and find out. If you go to print, uh, select all worksheets. So it's there as a footer. So I put it as a header. That's the wrong I did. Oh my God. So I was supposed to have it in the footer, not in the header. So as it says, the footer, and they were in the header. So it shouldn't be in the header. It should be in the footer. So no problem. We can fix it right now quickly. So go back to insert, go to the header, and then you see here it says go to footer, and then we will go to the right, and then we have to put in the right box, we have to put the file name. I should get 100 before, so just, I didn't read. Rightly, I was thinking his header, so it was footer actually. So the file name is here. So click like this. Now go back to view, normal. Now let's go to file, preview. Now we need to remove this one. We need it to be in the header, in the footer only. So insert. So we will delete this. So we need to select all the three sheets. Control. So let's go back to normal. Select the commission, hold the control key, select the policy, and select. So let's do it again. Here, control, and then click. So all the three has been selected. So now we will go back to insert, headers and footers, and then we need to go navigation, go to footer, and we need that one to be there. Perfect. Click somewhere in the top, then go to view, normal. Now let's go back, right click, and group the sheets. Let's go to file, print. So we have it here. We have it here in the footer and footer. Perfect. So let's go back. Save the changes. So the only thing I did was instead of the footer, I just I put it in the header. So let's do it again. I will upload it. Select. – 100%. That's what we were looking for, right? So it's just my mistake because instead of going to the footer and then put the file name there in the right box, I did not move to the footer. I was in the header. So that's the only mistake I did. But you see, 100 out of 100%, 20 out of 20 steps was 13. All the 13 steps were correct. So I hope that you learn uh, all the formulas and function that we used in the independent project 2-4. And be sure to subscribe to my channel and also like my channel so that I will create much productive files to help you complete your assignments in Simnet. So be sure to subscribe and like my channel. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye.